More than 50% of adults will be diagnosed with a mental illness or disorder at some point in their lifetime.
As your LubeTech family, we want you to know it's okay. It has to be okay to talk about mental health.
Mental health may look different for each of us.
A spouse who is struggling with alcohol or drug addiction.
A child experiencing depression and anxiety.
A sister who has an eating disorder.
Your family is under stress because of financial difficulties.
Or maybe you've noticed one of your LubeTech family members is out of control, unmotivated, or feeling lonely.
Mental health is something all of us experience. Our families, people we love, even me.
Even me.
Even me.
Even me. We aren't meant to keep everything inside, and no one should have to go through troubled times alone.
It's a topic that many people shy away from, but we're going to talk about this together.
Throughout the month of May, our community and well-being team is going to share tools, resources, and webinars to help us when we experience any type of difficulty so the small problems don't become big ones.
We are going to talk about daily stresses from anxiety, stress, relationships, finances, and provide you a place to turn to.
This is confidential support available to you and your family, whether you need it today or in the future.
LubeTech, the power is ours. We have the opportunity to make a difference. We have the opportunity that makes it okay to talk about our mental health.
With our determination and desire to care for one another, we can support each other and understand how mental well-being affects each of us differently.
We can stay aware and pick up on the signs when someone is going through a tough time.
We can be there to listen and guide them to the help they need.
Together,
we will make it okay to talk about.
We will make it okay to ask for help.
We will be there for each other no matter what.
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 And she's going to show you all of these different things that we have for you and your team.
Yes, Kevin, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let me just get in here and get this rocking. You know, that video was really impressive. As you know, somebody who is in mental health, that was really powerful. So welcome again. My name is Jen. I have been working very closely with Kevin to launch this employee assistance program. Just by show of hands, or if you wanted to put something in the chat, have you ever heard of LifeWorks or an employee assistance program, whether it's with LubeTech or maybe a previous employer? How many people have heard of LifeWorks or an EAP? All right, good. Looks like good number have. Okay. An employee assistance program is an additional benefit that LubeTech has purchased for you. So again, it's an added benefit. This is not something that most companies purchase. LubeTech cares about obviously your mental health, as you just saw. For today, I'm going to review all these services, but I want you to know this hour that we have together is all for you. These resources are all for you. They're free and they're confidential. You'll hear me say that because I want you to know that. But at any time, please feel free to stop me, put yourself off mute, or send something to Kevin. Don't feel like you're interrupting me. I have 3 small kids. I can be interrupted and go right back to where I was. All right, so welcome, employee assistance programs. So let's give kind of a shout out. What is an employee assistance program? So again, it's an added benefit for you that was purchased but through HR. We're here to help with an array of issues that may be impacting work and outside of work. So when we take a look at that, when we take a look and talk about, mental health, it could be a whole gamut of issues or different categories. But what's on your mind today, Loop Tech, as leaders? What's going on your mind? Professional goals. What's for lunch? Hey, that can be pretty serious. I do like to eat. So, what's on your mind? What's troubling you? I also want to point out, I just got done with a webinar about, managers and COVID. What's happening, leaders, is that employees are counting on you. They're depending on you as leaders 30% more than this time last year. So your employees are talking to you more. And again, this is just on average, right? So there's a bit more trust involved. So then they're able to come to you with some concerns. And here's some resources that I'd like for you to share with your employees if the opportunity arises. So let's take a look and see what we have. So again, we are 24/7. And I started as a master level clinician in 2009. I'm here to tell you on Christmas morning, there are clinicians answering the phones as well as 2 o'clock in the morning. Again, we are strictly confidential. Kevin and I have been working real close together. He's great. He's fantastic. Totally love working with him and Aaron. But when it comes to confidentiality, I can't confirm or deny. So if Kevin says, you know what, Aaron, I really need you to go get some counseling. So go call up the EAP. Erin comes back and she's like, of course I did. I called and I'm good to go now. Kevin calls me up and says, hey, Erin said that she completed counseling. I can't confirm or deny, even though Kevin's great. I love working with him, but we're bound by the laws of HIPAA. And we take your confidentiality very seriously. Um, I can um, I can disclose that information. Let's say if Aaron provided Kevin with a release of information, then we can go ahead and move forward with that. But in regards to HIPAA, we absolutely follow those codes. We have two modes to reach out to us. We have a care access center or, call center. And then we also have the platform. I'm going to be doing a live demo of your platform um, second half of this webinar, but I want to talk to you about some of the services that we do have available. So some of our areas of support, we do have strategies for work, life, health, family, and you're going to see, we do have 5 pillars throughout the platform. You're going to see those sort of same 5 pillars. We do offer childcare matching. So if you needed to find some childcare in your community, we can do that. We do also have elder care matching. This was a service that I didn't know how amazing it was until my 76-year-old godmother fell. And then by speaking with one of the clinicians, they did some research for my area because we don't know what we don't know. And I don't know about you or your elders, but my 76-year-old godmother knows everything and doesn't need any help. So it was nice to be able to talk to somebody about her attitude. We can offer some recommendations for some resources on the platform. We also have financial consultants. You're going to hear kind of that financial because we've realized that financial piece really does impact you as well as your team. So we do have financial consultants available here on staff. They can talk with you about budgeting, credit score, credit report, how much house can you afford, things like that. But we also have certified financial planners here on staff. Our certified financial planners, because we don't have any products to sell you, they're really going to give you that nice biased overall about your portfolio, or should I invest in a 529 plan, those sort of things. We also have tax consultants. Hopefully you filed your taxes because they're due in 4 days, but we're here if you need some help. And then also, we do have attorneys here on staff. You, excuse me, have the you are entitled to a free 30-minute consultation with one of our attorneys here on staff. You could also be provided with a referral to an attorney in your area where you can physically go to with the COVID restrictions if it's open. You would receive an additional 30-minute consultation, and then you would also receive up to a 25% discount on the legal fees. So it doesn't hurt to reach out to us. And one of our really exciting, I think, really that one of the services that I think sets us apart is we have clinicians here that are geared for people leaders. So these are going to be our clinicians that are speaking to you, and talking with you about some of whatever's on your mind, whether it's, these two aren't getting along, my team doesn't know how to collaborate. What can I do to be a better manager? How can I better support my team? So we have individual clinicians, again, that are here, that can speak directly to you. 24/7, 365 days a year. So we do have our counseling sessions. Those are done in person, with a caveat of COVID. So we do have the counseling option here, that's available to you. We did some research and we realized that there were different modalities, who's reaching out for help, and how are they reaching out for help. And we have found that, in regards to the counseling, we wanted to have the face-to-face available. We also have telephonic counseling and we have video counseling. So depending on where you live, whatever, you don't have a vehicle, you prefer to just talk to somebody on the phone, we want to make sure that we match you where you are. So again, you do have counseling services available. And you can reach out to us, our call center, by calling your toll-free number. And how that works is you would call up. You're going to be triaged to a triage consultant. They're going to take your demographic information. We're going to screen for safety. We're always going to make sure that you're okay. There isn't any harm to anybody else. And then what they're going to do is they'll pass you over. They'll warm transfer you over to somebody on our clinical team. From there, they're going to do another assessment. They're going to, what's going on? What, where are you at? What are some of the struggles? And then the clinician is going to go over what services might be available to you, whether it's going to be counseling or a legal consultation. They're going to just take a look and walk you through, what's going on. Here are some projected steps. Telephonic counseling is just that. These are board certified life coaches. So again, this is done telephonically. All of these services that we're going over are free to you, your colleagues, but also your partner, your spouse, your partner, your whatever, as well as your dependents. So Lube Tech really kind of got a lot of, little bit of the Cadillac of versions here with LifeWorks, right? They recognize that the employee, there's more to the employee than just that employee, right? We've realized that our family situations, our family stress impacts us. So we want to be able to have all of these services available to your partners. Here is that master level, the clinicians dealing with conflict. Again, managers, your jobs right now are harder than they ever have. Your employees are coming to you. That sense of trust, it's been met, and employees are coming to you now, whereas maybe before they didn't. So burnout, overload, managing stress, overload. We just again did a webinar earlier today, and the amount of burnout from employees is just skyrocketing. People are tired; they're burnt out, and as managers, you're going to see that. You're going to see an impact in the job performance. So we're here so that you learn everything about LifeWorks so that we can get these services in place for your employees. We do also have informal referrals. This is kind of what I was joking about, Kevin sending Aaron to counseling. So you can certainly do that. But again, we can't confirm or deny. So, Kevin, if you told Aaron that, she had to go to counseling, we can't confirm or deny. But managers and leaders, I want you to know that we also do have monitored referrals. And basically what this means is it's going to, let's just go back to the example of Aaron, or Kevin was going to refer Aaron for counseling. Aaron's been late for work, missing days, whatever. Kevin's concerned because she's an amazing employee, always, doing really well. So Kevin wants to make sure that she's doing well. So he can mandate her to go to counseling. There is a process with this, but Aaron has to agree. Aaron has to sign the release of information so that we're able to confirm, yes, Aaron did go to counseling. So know that that's an option too. I'm sure that there's, internal conversations, that would need to happen, but that is an option. That is absolutely an option. Okay, and we also, real quick, have on-site support services in the event that there was, something catastrophic, or if you wanted to have a clinician come out to you for whatever reason, that is certainly an option too that we have. I'm going to show you on the platform here. We have amazing perks, how to save money. So what I'd like to do is did see that Kevin had this up, but I also want to share this here, and I will have it up at the end. I am going to stay on the line after we're done with this to help anybody log in, or if they needed some help doing that. But here are the QR codes, or whatever to download the app. Okay, so I breezed through all of our care access, through the call center. Any questions, any concerns, anything that I can go back over? I don't know if you see anything in the chat, or if you wanted to maybe ask Kevin something, and maybe you wanted to do it in a confidential way. Kevin can then send that over to me if you wanted, or somebody else in the HR team, whatever. Again, know that we're here and that this is for you. All right, that's quiet. So that means everybody totally gets everything. It's awesome. We're good to rock. All
Hey,
right.
Jen,
So
what's the cool discounts? Can you show us the cool discounts?
heck yeah. Yeah, I'm just about to right now. Of course I can. That's My husband will not
This
go
is,
to the.
this is Eric. This might be a question for either Jen or for Aaron. I was just curious in regards to the employee referral process. I don't recall using that in the past or recall situations where it might have been beneficial to use that. Maybe you could just comment for the leadership and the managers on the call, just in terms of how would we go about doing that and have we used that in the past?
Okay. Yeah, sure. And I can share that information with Kevin. I certainly can't speak to, if you've used that in the past, of course. But I can share those instructions to Kevin. But yeah, that would be fantastic. We're, happy to accommodate that. All right. So let me get in here. Let me share with you. Here is your platform. It is going to be just a little bit slower because I am on the camera. So let me network. And how many people, by show of hands, how many people have logged into LifeWorks? Anybody have a username? And I can check to make sure you're telling the truth, by the way. All right, I know Kevin has, Aaron has, awesome. Amy has, Dan, Katie. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. I love this. I just love it. I am sorry. Let me see if I can't get back over here. I don't know what's going on. I apologize. But okay, so the website is login.lifeworks.com. And you have been uploaded to the system. So you have received an email with a code. What we can do is either myself or Kevin can resend that out to you when we're done here. Excuse me, I apologize. This is really, all right. Let me try to turn my camera off. Let's see if that does anything. It really didn't. Let me just try again here. I apologize. I don't know what's going on with my technology today. Let me get in here. Okay, but yeah, anyway, so you would use your login, your email, your work email address. You'll get a one-time code, and then that's how you would go ahead and sign up. Let's see here, what's going on? So you're going to be directed right to the login page. And from the login page, you're going to be the landing page is going to have your contact information. So that's going to be that 800 number, that toll-free number that we would absolutely ask that you would reach out to. Why is this not working?
Is this something that Jennifer, would it work if one of us logged in?
Yep, absolutely. If you wanted to share your screen, let's see. I just stopped sharing, so that might be it too. Let me just see. Yeah, if you or Kevin can log in and even just show where you are.
Yep, this is Aaron. I can try to log in.
Awesome. Thanks, Aaron.
Yep. And Jennifer, I was trying to unmute when Eric asked the question about the referral program for the leaders, and we have used that on 2 different occasions in Shreveport, and I believe it was Roseville at one time. So, but if you could still send that information.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks, Aaron.
Yes, you bet.
Aaron, I'm in too if you're there.
I'm here.
All right, perfect.
Yep, if you want to share, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. I'm still trying over here. I don't know what the heck. Okay, beautiful. So this is going to be your landing page. So every time you log in, this is where you're going to be. And if you scroll down just a little bit, Aaron, that is going to show you, if you click on the call now, or the, yep, right here, the call now, that is your 1-800 number. And you can also download the app. When you do download the app, you can click on that little telephone icon, and that's going to get you directly over to somebody. And then right above that, there is the chat feature. Our chat feature is staffed by master level clinicians 24/7. So, we did some research, like I was saying, how are people reaching out? What are they doing to reach out? We've realized different age brackets have different ways that they want to reach out. Of course, we know that. So if you're just not ready to maybe say something out loud, or you're just not there, you just want to kind of chat with a clinician, um, all of our information, all of our resources here on the platform have been reviewed, whether it's been internal experts, or we do have some authors on staff. We do have some, medical doctors here that we do consult with. So again, know that all of this information is here and has been reviewed. It's not just something that we pulled from Google. Okay, so let's take a look here. Erin, if you can just go up, I want to show you team the Get Care Now feature. So if you can click on that blue, beautiful. So this is, I call it sort of a self-directed clinical corner. And basically, this is going to have several. If you scroll down just a bit, you'll see your programs. So let's just say if you're struggling maybe with substance abuse, and you didn't want that in your cookies, or you didn't want, again, you're not ready to talk to somebody. You're not ready to talk to somebody about it. Maybe you don't even want to say it out loud. Within these little coves, we'll call them, is going to be just a wealth of resources, a wealth of information about substance abuse. Now, it's also going to show, like Erin, if you wanted to click on the join now, what it does is it's going to provide you with some information. You're going to see, it's short, it's sweet. We really want to meet you where you're at. You're busy. We just found out that you're 30% more busier than you were this time last year. So managers, we know that your time, you don't have much of it. So within here, this is going to show you, you can see reading time. That's going to be 13 minutes. There's going to be they're going to have some videos. They're going to have different, clips, and they're going to let you know how long it is. Again, we know you're busy. So if you were to click on any of these, and if they were an article, let's just say you were concerned we're in substance abuse. So let's just say that you wanted to share this with your neighbor, or you wanted to share this, with your partner. You can download any of these PDFs so that you're able to download them, and then you can send them on over to anybody. But it's really cool. Again, this is all stuff that has been researched, so we're not just pulling it right up from Google. So, in addition to the Get Care Now piece, Erin, if we can just go back 2 clicks to, in fact, if you want, I've got it up over here on my end, Erin, if you wanted to give me back the share the screen.
Okay, I will stop
Let's-
presenting.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. So I'll come back up here. Okay, so we also have our snackable features. So that is right here. Our snackable. This right here. Once you click in here, you're going to see these 5 pillars throughout the site. We've really recognized these as, the top 5 pillars that are troubling the workforce. So, for example, if we wanted to do relationships, let's just say looking at divorce and separation, going on that theme. So, if I click here and then I put this every single day, when I log in, I'm gonna get a little bit of what we're calling a snackable content. So that's going to be right here. Just whether it's going to be a listen or a read, it's going to shoot me just a snackable piece of information. So this is really nice, keeps you accountable, and keeps you progressing on your goal. So that will be there. Also, this right here works very similar to a social media, and can be super fun, as far as giving recognition. If you wanted to, like, hey Kevin, thanks for all your hard work with the EAP, things like that, giving a shout out. It's something that we use here, and I imagine that Loop Tech, because of the amazing culture that you guys have, and that supportive, that you do offer your employees. We got lots of stuff here. You can see that. I mean, Kevin's been busy. Aaron's been busy. We've been making this work here. So that is the landing page of again, chat, all of that. Get care now. But I do want to show you. All right. I'm going to save the perks for last so that we can do the support and resources. I'll show you how we're doing in time. Awesome. Okay, so here is where we're going to house the meat and bones of our platform. This is where all of our information is going to be, as well as the information to share with your employees. So again, here's those 5 pillars. We can open these up. Let's just say life. Let's take a look at, here we go. Let's see what we have in the LGTB community. Of course, that Pride Month is coming up next month. Hopefully we do a huge party down here in St. Pete. But just taking a look at, you know, whether this is something that your agency is going through, or maybe some you are on a personal level. Just know that those resources are there. And again, I can't stress enough that everything is confidential. Now, I will share with Kevin and Aaron, I am going to share with them aggregate data. And that is, are the services being used? What are people clicking on the platform? But that's it. Again, HIPAA, they could take my license if I, told them anything. So we absolutely respect your privacy. We do have a new building your self-care toolkit, which is really cool. And it's something that we're stressing quite a bit, right? Self-care. I keep on using the analogy when we used to fly, the flight attendants or stewardess, whatever they're called now, would tell you to put your mask on first if you were flying with a child, right? We've got to take care of ourselves. So I love that. May is Mental Health Month. And we're still seeing, which is crazy to me, that stigma with mental health, it's still there. Even though there's commercials on it, right? We see, like, how do you start this conversation? Where we never saw that mental health is in the news. People are talking about it, the decline of mental health, but yet that ugly black stigma, it's still attached to mental health. So here we are trying to lessen that. So we are again on the support and resources. So we scroll down. I do want to show you our quick links. Let's go view more. So within our quick links here, look at all this awesome stuff. So we do have some webinars here. These webinars are, and again, you can share this with your team. You can ask your team to review some of these. Here's those pillars again, but you can sign up for any of these. They're free, self-care coming soon, the power of volunteering, living off your paycheck, right? Um, like I said, I've got 3 kids, so this is definitely something. But you can take a look at all of our webinars coming up right in here. So I do, and they're about 30 minutes or so. So I do encourage you to take a look at those.
Hey, Jen,
I also, yeah,
we're coming to the end of our 30 minutes, and so I just really want you to show them the perks section, and then
okay.
also to address the assessment section on that first landing page, where they
Okay,
can
yes.
assess just to get a gauge of how am I doing mentally right now.
Yep, you're right. Thank you. I appreciate you keeping me accountable.
No problem.
Um, I, as you can see,
There's
I
so
truly believe
much
in
to
our
give.
product.
It's
There
hard
is
to
so much.
give.
Yep. Yep. All right. So let's take a look at these assessments. These assessments are going to give you a phenomenal view of what's going on. So when we take a look at, um, financial, physical, mental, social. We're recognizing again, all of these aspects are part of you, as a person. So these assessments, so there's only 6 questions here. Whereas this physical one is 31 questions. What I love about this, so you can take one of these assessments and it's going to spit up what you're doing well. So let's just say for the financial, so you did the quick assessment and they're going to say, hey, great job. You have a savings, but you have too much credit card debt. So it really, and the physical, the mental here, this is a really good one. And it lets you know what are some things that maybe you need to work on and what are some things that, you can focus on, or some of the things that you're doing great. And then this is also just a consent for well-being. So this is going to be, attached with some incentives, or, can be further on down the road. So those are going to be, of course, the assessments. Let me show you the perks real quick. So I love saving money. I absolutely love saving money. So let me show you real quick, cash back here. These are going to be our top 10 or exclusive offers. These are going to be changing constantly, but our cash back. So how this works, we do have this cashback feature. So for all of these, take a look at 5%, 6%. But what is super exciting is that you can totally double dip here. So let's just say, let me show you, actually, before we do that, before I show you the secrets, let me show you everything. So we've got gift cards here. This is an amazing feature right here. Look at all of these. Nike, uh, Target, Lowe's. I had somebody that was in here that said, I'm buying a washer and dryer this weekend. 4% might seem like a low discount, but 4% is better than nothing, especially if you've got a nice big, buying something nice. I want to show you this real quick. So let's just say I am standing in line at the Gap. My 3 kids go to a school that requires uniforms. I happen to like the quality of the Gap uniforms. So I'm standing there in line. I've got my phone because I've got it. I've downloaded the LifeWorks app. So from here, I'm going to purchase a gift card for $100. But ooh, look at that. I'm only going to pay $88. I think that's amazing. $12 on something that I was going to spend anyways. And I was shopping in the clearance section. So that's even more exciting. So there's going to be this savings, and you can purchase any of these gift cards. And how it works is you can purchase it. They are electronic. You would purchase it, and then it would go automatically directly to the email that you put in there. It is your work email that you are using. However, for the gift cards, you can put in a different email address if you wanted, like to use your Google or whatever. But let me show you the double dipping feature here that is super exciting. So I am, let's just see if they have the Gap, because I know that my kids are growing. super fast, and definitely need to get uniforms often. What? 4% cash back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this. This is going to take me to the Gap website, and I'm just going to do my shopping just like I normally would. I'm going to get those khaki shorts, put them in my cart, log out or sign off. But from here, so let's just say I like to keep it easy. So I'm going to spend $100 on my uniforms. So I'm going to get 4% back in my wallet, which is right up over here. Let me get out of here. So this money is going to show up in my wallet. And then what I'm able to do there from my wallet is pull those monies back into my checking account. So we would ask that you would create a PayPal account, but from there, what you can do is you can transfer this over. And like I was saying, I had to file my taxes. I had to purchase something this year to do my taxes. When I did it through TurboTax. I saved $18. And I'm in a place in the country where, hey, I can go walk down to the pub and get get a cold beer and wings for 18 bucks. So for me, it's absolutely worth it. I also want to show you, I know that I'm totally stealing your time. Just want to show you also under the profile. Remember, we've talked about this is also available to your partners, to your dependents also. If you wanted to share this, all you would have to do, come up here under your avatar here, under profile, family, and then you can invite up to 5 family members. You just put in their email address. They're going to get that invitation similar to how you got it. But they have access to this, the counseling, all of that. So leaders and managers, I invite you to take a look, play around, get into the website. We're here as a free resource so that you can continue to be an amazing manager and your amazing organization, which I just absolutely love Loop Tech. So hopefully, was there any sort of anything that really popped out like, heck, I've been wanting to do this or wanting to take a look or research something?
All right,
What do we think?
everybody. Jen is going to be on here for just a few minutes here after this phone call, but I want to say thank you so much, Jen, for coming on board and showing us how our new employee assistance platform works through LifeWorks. It's very amazing. Actually, there's so many resources for all of our team members on here. Thank you so much. But I want to take this minute just to introduce our president and COO, Eric Jackson, and he's going to just give a few minutes speech here. And so, Eric, with that, I'm going to just turn it over to you.
Yeah, I'm not starting to be just for everybody's benefit. I don't think it'd be a few minute speech, but I will do a quick wrap up. Jen, when you were so enthusiastically talking about the program and particularly the shopping part, it reminded me of when my wife, Kim, I've been married to for 30 years now, comes home and she said, I saved a lot of money. What I always worry about, to save a lot of money, you have to spend a lot of money.
You have to.
But that's a great break program. I first want to start with just a thank you to Jen, Kevin, Amy, Aaron, for putting the Mental Health Month together. Get active, get educated, get back. This is about getting educated today. It fits perfectly with our purpose around making tomorrow a little bit better than today. Love the opening video, to talk about mental health no matter what.
Yes.
And that we own this. We own this as a company. We own it as a caring manager to help one another out. And what a perfect way to do it. Jen, I like the way you framed up earlier in the conversation about what's on your mind. That almost feels like a little bit easier gateway into mental health. Sometimes I've been reflecting on mental health as we enter this month. You think about mental health, I sometimes call it the invisible disease. If we have a heart attack, we talk about it. We actually say we went to the doctor and it's a physical disease. Everybody can see it. So we take high blood pressure medicine. We maybe go on a diet. We maybe, like Gary talked about earlier. And Gary, I'm putting the the axe in the ground here to say I got to get online and register my steps to be a contestant against you. But we exercise, we talk to one another about it. We probably even talk to other people that have a heart attack. But sometimes when it gets into some of these issues, we don't talk about it. Maybe it's anxiety, depression, alcoholism, maybe there's suicide on somebody's mind. And so I love the theme that we talked about and started with about talking about mental health. And Jen, what I loved about what you covered is that we don't have to know all of this stuff. And in fact, we just have to know that it's available, so that as we talk to our teammates, our Lutekians, that we know this is available and that we can go online and help our teammates with issues that we otherwise aren't qualified really to help with. And yet there's just an incredible resource pool available. And having experienced mental health in our family, some issues, I've seen the really difficult, challenging, almost impossible, ununderstandable part of mental health. But I'd also tell you that I've experienced the joy of individuals, in our family that have dealt with the issue and how healthy they are today. And how scary it was and ununderstandable was when they didn't deal with it. And then when they talked about it and they got help and they proactively are now dealing with it, how joyful, as I said, that's been to see these individuals kind of become healthy and live productive lives. But it is about talking about it. It's about reaching out. It's about getting help. And so I just want to again say thanks for the team for putting this together. Leaders throughout the company, thanks for taking the time to get educated and learning about this wonderful resource that now when we have something that comes up, we have somewhere we can either look ourselves or point our employees to. So with that, Kevin, that's all I had.
And
Perfect.
thank you.
Thank you.
And yes, thank you to Kevin. Kevin has been working with Aaron diligently to make sure everything is perfect, exact. And I appreciate you, Eric, for, supporting Kevin and Aaron through this process. Loop Tech has been super fun. Looking forward to your partnership, but absolutely, these resources are here. Please take a look. Free, confidential for you.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Jen. And Jen's going to be here for just a few more minutes. If any of you want to stay around and ask her a few questions, you can do it through the chat or you can ask her in person. But thank you, everybody. Remember that Thursday, we're going to be having Jen will be here again and doing our all-employee training on Thursday on our LifeWorks platform, EAP, Employee Assistance Platform. So we're looking forward to that. You'll be able to find this. Amy has recorded it and she will be putting it in the Teams channel. So if you want to refer to this particular recording again, you sure can. It'll be in the Teams channel. If you have a co-manager that maybe wasn't able to be here today, you can refer them to that Teams channel so they can see this and get an idea of what LifeWorks looks like and how many resources they have for their team. So Jen, thank you so much. Does anybody have any questions?
Hey, Kevin, if people need help logging in, is that something that they should reach out to you for?
Yes.
Getting set up?
Yes. Anybody that's having difficulty, we have one that we're working on right now. A lot of times people didn't realize that the invitation comes from LifeWorks on behalf of Loop Tech. So it might go into their junk mail or they didn't recognize it, so they deleted it. We can resend that invitation. Towards the end of the week, we're going to resend out the invitations to the entire team. Our whole team has gotten the invitations. As long as we have the correct email address, they should receive it. We've had a couple incorrect email addresses, but otherwise, if there is any problem, please reach out to me. And if I can't solve it, we'll get Jen in on it. And Jen can pretty much do anything.
Oh, yeah, good. And, Kevin, I just wanted to let, day or night, you need to reach out to Kevin to log in. Saturday mornings, you just go ahead and call Kevin. He doesn't mind.